Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host Sheldon Moore, and for this episode, we got my friend Charles Jackson. How you doing, brother?
Yo, what's up, man? How you feeling, dog?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. What about you?
Shit, I'm doing decent. Shit, came on here to talk about Team USA and how they should win gold, but the fact that they not 30 piecing these boys is atrocious, bro. Ain't no way we can have these, even though it's exhibition and they probably trying out new lineups and stuff like that. Boy, you supposed to be waxing every single country, and they not even doing that. They let Sudan. Was it? What was it? Was it Sudan?
Yeah, South Sudan.
South Sudan, they almost beat them. Come on now, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, they got NBA talent over there, but bro, ain't no way you got LeBron James, Embiid, Curry, Tatum, Book, Bam, all these stars, and you not 30 piecing these dudes. Come on now, bro.
But I mean, I do feel like you said, they have NBA players. Like everybody has NBA players. Did you see the stat? It said like back in whenever the Dream Team played or the Redeem Team, it was only like 9 NBA players in the league, that
Oh
played
no,
on
I ain't see that.
it was only like 9 players that played on like internationals during Olympics. Now it's like 56 like NBA players now in 2024. So it's
Yeah, that's a
different.
lot.
It,
Yeah,
it,
that's a big
it's
difference.
so different now. Like it's just so many NBA players, and then I see a lot of like when I watch like the debate shows or whatever, analysts they say like these teams do like they play together for a long time, so they got the team chemistry. Like honestly, we really don't got team chemistry. Like we just got a collection of stars on our
Mm-hmm.
team, and it's like we do have the best talent, but it's like we don't have, and we only what we practice for like what a week or 2 weeks, and it's
Yeah, I
like
think
that's really
like
not a
two
lot of
weeks.
time. And then we basically going into the fire exhibition. Obviously, they don't count, but we're basically going to fire. And like Steve Kerr, I do like I don't to me Steve Kerr be questionable coaching sometimes, but in this setting, it's like you are like mixing it up. Like he's been mixing up the lineups. Like I think it was the first game against Canada. It was Steph, Drew Holiday, Devin Booker, LeBron, and Embiid. Then I think it was the next game. I think it was against Australia. I think that's when he had Tatum, Anthony Edwards, or it was one of those games. Like he keeps switching it up, so it's like he's trying to find a good lineup. And it's like it's just hard. But like, should we be beating these teams? Of course, I think we should. But I said it last week. I was like, we're not gonna be like 30 piece and 40 piece no more. I think that's just over with. I think we're not gonna 30, 40 piece no more. I think we're just gonna beat teams by double digits, maybe at least 20. But 30 piece and 40 piece, like how it was back in the day, I think that's over with.
I mean, shit, the way they playing right now, yeah. I mean, Steve Kerr, he's a okay coach. Like he draw up plays for like out of bounds and like little sets and stuff like that when the offense is stagnated. But most of the time, it's just one-on-one ball out there, bro. Like they'll swing the ball open if somebody is open. They're willing to make the extra pass, but other than that, it's more like a one-on-one style offense, bro. Ain't no real ball movement throughout. Like if they was playing like how the Golden State Warriors play, bro, they would be 30 piecing teams every game. Every game, just ball movement, just a whole bunch of ball movement. That's all they need. Cause
And
like
then
I think like when they leading scorers is Ant.
it's
I think it's like
Anthony
Bron,
Davis.
Steph. I think Ant up there.
LeBron, I said he been bad like past couple of games. He hit some big shots, but he ain't been all that. AD has been good. I said like
Yeah.
I think Kevin Durant is the best player, but Anthony Davis so far, I think he really outside the last 2 games, obviously, because LeBron he's definitely played good, but I think Anthony Davis like been the best like all around player. If you watch like he has been amazing. Like Anthony Davis has been
Mm-hmm.
amazing, and sometimes the bench even comes in and does better than the starters.
Then starters, yup.
And we do got
That's it.
older players like LeBron, Steph, MB not old, but obviously he's just a big
He low
dude.
key been playing terrible too. I
No,
ain't gonna
he's
lie. I
been
mean,
bad. Embiid's been bad.
it's his first Olympics. I understand that. And then like I was reading how he was talking about. I think he's from where is he? Is he from? He's supposed to play with France.
Cameroon?
He from
No,
Cameroon?
he's
That's in
from. I
France.
think he's from like Cameroon, but he said that he had the option to go play with Cameroon, France, and then US.
Okay, so like I understand, like it's your first Olympics or whatever like that, and then you have pressures of playing for your home team and then France or the US. So it's like it's probably a bunch of stuff going through his mind. But at the same time, bro, he was out there trying to foul bait. Like, come on, bro. We ain't like they should have told him coming in, like, bro, they're not gonna give you these fouls. Let you get in the NBA. You gotta go through these people. And he just been playing terrible.
And
Bam been
like,
good too.
no.
Bam been real good too.
Oh, Bam has been good. Like the front court of Bam and AD, it's been
They should
amazing.
start. They should start.
I don't
They
know
have two
about
starters
Bam.
right there.
Maybe AD, not Bam. I think because I feel like Kevin Durant is gonna like if he does. They said he's supposed to play like so. I think he starts because Steve Kerr already said like he doesn't want to go away with the LeBron, the Steph, and the MB lineup, and I think KD takes the other spot. Then the last spot is just up for grabs. I
Yeah.
think they're gonna keep Drew Holiday because Drew Holiday like I mean, he's just one of the best. Like he's just one of those guys that like you need on that team. He ain't no superstar
He
or
a glue
nothing
guy.
or all star, but he's a guy you need.
Yep, he a glue guy. He make
Yeah, like
everything
you
fit
said.
together.
Yeah, and like he's gonna hit threes. He's gonna play terrific defense. Like you need that type of guy. And then I think maybe he should not start, but I think he should play Tyrese a little bit more because I think he can get players involved. Because it's like really outside of LeBron, there's really not a legit. I guess everybody can handle the ball, but if you want to say like LeBron, the point guard or whatever, I'm cool with that. But there's really no other point guard outside of LeBron and Tyrese on that team. Like Steph,
Mm.
obviously point guard, but he not a point
Drew
guard. Yeah, but not like how Tyrese is. Like just getting everybody involved and not
involved.
willing to
Yeah.
shoot. Like Tyrese is basically like a pass first, and he's gonna get everybody the ball and make it easier for them. So I think Steve Kerr should play him more, but he hasn't. He just hasn't played him. I don't know why though. I have no clue why.
Hey, you think they in the huddles actually listening to Steve Kerr? Or they just out there hoping? Cause like it
Um,
was some possessions when Ant was out there just doing some crazy, like taking it on his own instead of like where he could have swung the ball and stuff like that. So you think they really in there listening to him?
yeah, no, probably because they're well, yeah, I do think so. Like I feel like to an extent you gotta respect him, but and he's been good at times, but he's been making some stupid mistakes. Like it was one time I think it was like a 3-on-1 and he shot a three, and I was like, bro, like you didn't have to do that. Like
He trying to
why
prove
why
he
are you
that
doing
guy.
that?
He trying to prove he
Why are
that
you doing
guy.
that? Huh?
He trying to prove that he that guy on that team.
He's not the guy on the team. He's just not, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like Ant, you're amazing. Top three, top five shooting guard in the league, but you're not the guy. On the least, while LeBron is there, you're not the guy.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
for
As
sure.
long as LeBron is there, you're not the guy. Like it's just a lot of people that who are the best players on their team, and now you're not the best. And it's okay. You're just not the best, and everybody's role is different. Really, the only person's role that's not changed is LeBron. His role is basically the same. Like everybody else, their role is different. Steph Curry, obviously, pin downs and dribble handoffs. He's not doing that. Like he got to change it up. MB got to change it up. I think Kevin Durant, he's the only guy I think that won't change when he plays. I think Kevin Durant is really the only guy that won't change. Jason Tatum, obviously the guy be dribbling, doing. He hasn't done a lot of step back threes, but he's not the guy. He's just not the guy. Anthony Edwards, when he's in the game, he does want to be the guy. And there are moments when he has played good, but not the guy. But Team USA overall, like I said, I'm not worried about Team USA. Like I think we're gonna win. I just think the matches are just gonna be harder, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the outside world, we gotta blow them out.
Don't they play? They play Serbia first, right?
Yes,
What
they
you
they
what you
play them
think the
on
score? Gonna, you
Sunday.
think they gonna beat them? You think they gonna? Oh, you said they gonna be probably beat them by double digits. You think they gonna blow them out, or it's gonna
Depends
be
on
a
what
close
you
game?
depends on what is blowout to you.
20 or more.
20 or more. I wouldn't be shocked if it's 20, but if it,
Okay.
I don't think it'll be like 25 or 30.
I think it might be close. I think it might be a close game. I
What
think that
like
first exhibition game was like a fill out game for Serbia. and now
They didn't have
they finna crank
Bogdanovich
him.
either that game.
Yeah,
Like, and obviously he's a good player. I want to know what is the spread like, because I
it's when I
saw
say it
that.
was like 12.5 or something like that.
Can they cover the spread? I think they could cover 12. I think they can cover 12.
Yeah,
Now, if it
they
gets
can
to
beat them.
20, nah,
No, no.
no, no, no. But like I said, I'm not worried about Team USA. We should win. We should win all the 6 games. Just won't be
Yeah, we
30,
should.
40 points. And I just want to see, like, if Kevin Durant does play, is Steve Kerr gonna like just bring him off the bench this first game, or is he gonna start him?
What did he injure?
His calf.
His is it the same calf?
I don't know. But I mean, that was 4 years ago though.
Yeah.
He been good since. Like that was a long time ago. But obviously, like, it's a calf. Like, that's
Yeah.
something like you
If
low
I'm
key don't
Steve
put.
Kerr, I'm gonna bring him back off the bench just so like I don't want to just throw him out there in the fire and you just came off injury and then the season finna come up, not to and season's finna come up in a couple of months. So I'll just bring him off the bench. Ain't no point in him going out there getting hurt.
I feel like he's gonna. I think he's gonna bring him out the bench, but I wouldn't be shocked if he started him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked either. But it depends on how healthy he come back. Like if he
They
moving with no restrictions and nothing like that, then yeah.
they said he could have played the last game.
Mm.
I mean, that's what they said. They said he could have played last game, just chose not to.
Well, that's an exhibition game anyway, so
Exactly. But like, if if they beat these teams but don't blow them out, low key, people could be upset.
yeah. Cause it's like, cause they've been, but see, the thing is, it's cause USA been dominant for so long, and then the FIBA team they folded, so it's like everybody expecting, all right, well, since the FIBA team folded, we need y'all to come do cleanup duty. We need y'all to 30-piece these countries. We need y'all to blow them out so we can show and establish our dominance again. Even if they do got NBA players or NBA talent, we need to demolish them. So I
It's
think
just
that's what
not
it
the
really is.
same. It's just not the same no more, bro. I forgot who said it, but they was like, "What's USA's goal? To win the goal or to dominate?" For me, it's to win. Forget dominating. Forget that. Like, if we beat a team by 5, at this point, it's about just winning, bro. Like, I think of it as like the NCAA tournament. Hey, at this point, we win, bro. If not,
Hmm.
at the game close, hey, but we win, we move on. Dominating, that's cool. That's some brownie points, but that's not it, bro. And then later down the years, teams are just gonna get better. Like, it's
Yeah,
gonna
because
happen.
it's a lot of Euro players coming up that's really good. It's a bunch of them.
Yeah. So I don't know why we expect that, but it's like it's our sport. Like, it's our sport. So we supposed to beat y'all by 30. Not
Yeah, I
like,
feel like
I
that's how
get
it
it.
is. Go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's how it is with the Olympics in general. Like all USA teams, they want us to dominate every sport. We supposed to win gold in everything. And if we do win gold, we gotta win it by a large margin. We gotta show other countries that we are number one and we'll be number one forever and ever and ever.
Not soccer.
Yeah, we suck at soccer.
Bro, it's like, I think of it as soccer. If we come over there and dominate, bro, they gonna be like, how did y'all let them beat us by like 3 goals? This is our sport. Like, soccer is
Hmm.
like their sport. So we're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to beat them by 2 goals or whatever. But basketball is our sport. So to others, we gotta beat them by 40. Like I said, I don't got a problem with it. Let's just win. Let's get the goal, and everybody can be happy, and we all move on, and then we get ready for the season.
Yep, because if they lose, guess what they gonna do? They gonna crucify the mess out of them, boy.
It's
So
like,
it's like, would you rather win and get gold, you know what I'm saying, and not dominate or lose? You know what I mean? Like you can't have your cake and eat it too.
it's like they do it like they're basically treating them like the Celtics. Like, obviously the Celtics, they were supposed to like dominate like everybody in the playoffs, but They did, but on some games they didn't, and they were still crucifying them. And the same with Team USA. It's like, yeah, they won, but like you said, beating South Sudan by 1 point, it's like, but they came to play.
Yeah.
And you gotta give them gotta give them credit. And same with Germany. Yeah. I mean, Germany got a lot of like NBA players on there. They got some hoopers over there. It's not easy. Yeah, I think we got the better collection, but maybe their team just might be better, like team chemistry wise, it just might be better. And that's okay. That's okay.
Well, do you think the women's team is gonna bring it back on gold this
Yes.
year?
Yes.
They
Yes. Yeah.
better.
Same thing. Yes, bro. They're gonna be they're gonna do the same thing. It's just like what they said like during like the WNBA All Star. This is probably the biggest challenge Team USA ever gonna face because obviously those are other WNBA All Stars.
I'm
Nothing against
surprised they
the other
lost.
women over there, but I don't think they better than them. So yes, they should dominate.
I'm surprised they lost to the
I,
All Star team.
I mean, they probably was playing for real, for real.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not saying they didn't take them serious, but it's like those other women, they're good. Like, they
Yeah.
ain't no joke. They still got hoopers, so not really shocked. But it doesn't matter for it really doesn't matter for me. Okay, let's start with these NBA contracts. Who really deserve their NBA contract this offseason? I'll start with the first guy. LeBron James got paid 2 years for 104. Did he deserve his contract?
Yeah. Yeah. Me personally, I still think LeBron the best player in the game right now. You know what I'm saying? What he's doing at the age at the age he's at, he's still the best in my eyes. But yeah, he deserves it. I at least want him to get one more ring before he get up out of there, bro. He gotta get one more. He gotta get one more just to solidify. Like his legacy is already solidified, but just that icing on it, you gotta win one before you get up out of there. And they gotta surround that man with some pieces, man. He need more shooting. I mean, they had Dalton Kincaid, that help. I guess Bronny will help, but they need some more shooting around that man.
LeBron, he did definitely deserve the contract because of what he has done. Did bring a championship to the Lakers. So getting paid basically 50 million a year, it's not surprising. It's really not surprising to me. Like LeBron is what 39. You can argue still top 10 player in the league. If you think he's out, that's fine. Not you, but if people think he's out, that's fine. But he's still one of the best players. So given a player that can still impact the game to an extent, he definitely deserves 50 million a year. All right, next guy, Paul George. He got paid 4 years, 212 from the 76ers. Did Paul George deserve his contract this offseason?
Yes. I'm rocking with Paul George. I told you, I think they got a legitimate chance to be to win a chip this year. So I got high hopes for Paul George. He deserved it. I mean, last season was his first like real healthy season in like the last 4 5 years, and he played really good. He didn't do the best in the playoffs, but they played really good. I think he deserved it. I think he's still a $200 million dollar guy.
I think Paul George, I think he deserved it. Like, he's still top 15. You want to say top 20, that's fine. Top 15 player in the league. And obviously that's his market. I think that's around mid 40s a year. So paying a guy like that who can potentially help you win a championship, I got no problem with that. It's just the only problem is like maybe to the Sixers, it's like, do you want to pay a guy 50 some million when he's probably what 37? And obviously we don't know what the future holds, but we don't know if Paul George is still going to be impactful in like that third year or that last year of the deal. But getting to 12 and like that's your market, I really have no problem with it. I think he deserves it. Next guy, James Harden. He signed 2 years, 70 million from the Los Angeles Clippers. Did James Harden deserve his contract this year?
That's about what 35 a year.
Yeah, it's 35. 35 a
Yeah,
year.
35 a year. Yeah, he low got more. To be honest with you, James Harden's still a top 10. If he's playing right, he's still low key a top 10 player in this league. So 35 mil a year, that's low key a steal. You know, I'm for all four players getting their money, but he should have definitely got more because now PG gone. So now it's just gonna be him and Kawhi. So he gonna have to produce more now because that team it really ain't that good no more. They lost Westbrook. Um, yeah, and they need some. They're gonna need some more scoring.
James Harden, 2 years, 70 million. I'm kind of in the middle. It's like, yeah, like he is the second best player. Maybe I'd probably say at 30 million, but obviously 5 million difference. It is what it is. But I'd say in the middle. Like, yeah, he deserves it, but I feel like the Clippers had no choice because you was gonna lose Paul George, and obviously going to a new arena, you got to sell the tickets. You got to sell like, hey, we got Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, like that's our big two, that's our dynamic duo. So you got to sell it. So I feel like they kind of had no choice but to give him that because even though James Harden played somewhat okay in the playoffs, the last two games he played pretty bad. But I feel like you just had no choice but to sign him. But I really don't have a problem with it. I don't think the Clippers gonna be contenders anyway. But that's another topic for another day.
Who you think do you think James Harden he deserved the same or less than PG? Because if you really think about it, they low key in the same tier as of right now as players.
I think James Harden, I think he deserves not as much as Paul George. I wouldn't say that. Because Paul George brings different dynamics to the game. Obviously, he's not the ball handler as James Harden, but he's still probably one of the best two-way players in the game. James Harden's just not a two-way player. So you can say Paul George might might deserve that contract a little bit more than James Harden, but I say less because I think Paul George just does a little bit.
You know who didn't deserve a contract extension? Well, I
Who?
wouldn't say he didn't deserve it because all of them deserve to get their money, but he shouldn't have got this much. Evan Mobley. That boy does not deserve
He got paid
200,
5 years,
2,
224.
224. He does not deserve that. His play does not deserve that, bro. Ain't no way. What was he like the number 2, 3 overall pick?
Was it number 3 or 2? One of
One
them.
of them. One of them. You have not produced like they was comparing this man to KG, Kevin Durant, all types of people. He has not deserved 224 mil, bro. What has he done? When Darius Garland missed time, when Donovan Mitchell missed time, he had spurts, but this is what his third, fourth year in the league.
I think this is going into year 4.
And they say big men develop slowly, but bro, you had more than enough reps in order to get your game and take your game to the next level, bro. And then when Donovan Mitchell and Garland was out, he wasn't really doing anything for real, for real. I don't think he deserved that 224. I'd give him like 170, 180, but 200 plus, nah. And I get it, it's because of the NBA and the collective bargaining agreement, it always goes up and stuff like that. But nah, bro. 224, nah, he ain't deserve that. 180, cool. 170, cool. 224, no, no, sorry.
I,
You're not that guy, pal.
I think that's his market. So it's like paying 224 on a rookie extension. I mean, I don't have a problem with it because I mean, we can get to the others, but I can go down the list with all these people in that draft class. Don't none of them deserve that then because they
Nah,
haven't done
Cade
nothing
do.
either. See, I
Cade
knew
do.
you was gonna say Cade, but Cade has been hurt. When he plays, he's good, but he's been hurt. So why should he deserve it? But Evan Mobley, who you can say maybe he's not the biggest impactful, maybe he's not the the second or third best player on the Cavs, but you can say that he has helped the Cavs get to the playoffs, and the Cavs ain't been to the playoffs after LeBron left. They ain't been there in like 5 years. So it's like
Yeah,
you gotta choose. You gotta be consistent because K been hurt. And Franz, you can say he don't deserve that either then. Because what has he done? Yes, he helped the Magic get to the playoffs. But you could say he had like a down year to an extent. His shooting wise down year. His shooting wise been bad. But I mean, what has he done? So it's like you gotta go hand in hand.
I mean, yeah, health definitely does play a big part in it. But like you said, but there's two different dynamics because the Cavs team, they actually had a team around them. K ain't really have a team around them. I'm not in those locker rooms, but he could have sat out more games than what he did because it's like, bro, this team sucks. Ain't no reason for me to come out here and hoop and I end up potentially getting hurt again. And now I can't start the next year healthy when our team is just gonna be butt again. So it's like, that could be involved in it. But when K's out there, like you said, he produces. He shows me more than Evan Mobley. I'm comfortable with giving him 200 mil because that's like Zion. Like he's not as healthy, but I'm comfortable giving him 200 mil because I know what you can bring to the game. I know you could change a game at any given moment. I know you can win me multiple games. Evan Mobley, I don't really think he can win you games. Like he could probably have a game saving block or something like that. But other than that, I don't really see Evan Mobley giving me 5, 10 extra wins on the season. And then France, yeah, France had a bad shooting year, but he's progressing. He's the second best player on that team. You can see that he's coming into his own, that he's developing every single year. Yeah, he had a down shooting year, but players have down shooting years all the time. Next year, he might have a career high shooting year. Who knows? He might be shooting 40% from the three, but he deserves that because he's been hooping and improving every single year. Evan Mobley been stagnant.
Well, I could say, look who he's playing with. He's playing with Jared Allen, who to some people, Jared Allen just might be better, but he's playing next to another big. And Donovan Mitchell, who is the guy. So obviously that's just less shot attempts. Now I'll say this. I do think Evan Mobley probably should at least average 9 rebounds or at least double digits. I will definitely agree with that. But it's like, look who he's playing with. Look at K. Like you said, yes, it is the team, but he has no choice but to do all this. Like he's the guy. Maybe Evan Mobley just not that. Like maybe he just can't be the guy. But Cade has the opportunity to just do more because he is the guy. Evan Mobley, he just doesn't because I can say when Jared Allen was out, you can say Evan Mobley was playing good. Like you can really say he was playing good. I just feel like it just depends on who you're playing with. Because maybe even Franz, maybe if he had maybe if he has the option to go be the guy, at least on a decent team, he might produce more. You never know. But I get it though. I definitely understand. But I mean, K been hurt. Yeah, Evan Mobley been hurt. He was hurt this year. Franz been a little inconsistent. Scotty, you could say the same thing. They ain't all in that same draft class. We can all say honestly, none of them deserve it, but that's their market, and you got to pay the most to keep your best players. So I got no problem with it. I have no problem with none of those guys getting 224 because that's just what the market is.
That
I
boy
think you do
Jonathan
the same
Isaac,
thing.
that boy Jonathan Isaac, he ain't deserve that contract either.
What was it?
I,
Only
he
84?
got
5 for
yeah,
84?
he got
That
five
ain't
for
nothing.
84. I mean,
That's
yeah,
nothing.
but
That's
bro,
only 16 a year. That ain't
he
nothing.
don't even stay on the court. You basically paying this man for a roster spot.
But
You
his
paying him
defense is
84 million
amazing.
for it? Yes,
Defense
it
amazing.
is. It is. When he's healthy. Bro, that man had so many scares last season. Every time he jumped, came down wrong, that he was limping off the court. I'm like, bro, this man cannot stay healthy. It's like
How
at
many
some point,
games?
at some point, bro, like you got like I wish that man nothing but success and wish that he's healthy, for years to come. But bro, like you got a track record, bro. At some point, y'all gotta look at that track record and make some decisions. Because what's the
Last
whole
year he
point? That
played
that,
50.
that money could go to somebody else.
He played like who? Who you gonna find better?
I mean, it could have went to they need more shooting. It could have went to at least two more shooters or something. That 84 mil.
All them shooters ain't gonna be able to get on the court though.
I mean, they need a point guard. They could have got a point. They could have got that money. They could have got them into a point guard or something. A serviceable point guard. Tyrus Jones is out
I,
there.
hey, I've always said the Magic needed a legit point guard. I've always said that. But I think they're comfortable with basically Jalen Suggs handling the ball and Paulo handling the ball and even Franz. So I think they're okay with that. And if you got a player who, to some, Jonathan Isaac, because he not this past year, but the last year he came back, he only played 11 games. But this year, 58 games, you could say that's healthy for him after basically missing 3 years. You could really say that's healthy. So, and he's been amazing on defense. So, giving only 84 million to him, I don't really see the problem with it. I get it though, but I don't really see the problem. And I think it's because his defense is just so good. If his defense was okay decently, maybe they wouldn't give it to him.
Yeah. I think he was like 6'10" with a 7-something wingspan or something like that, bro.
Yeah,
That
something
man
like that.
alone.
Something like that, bro. All right. We basically just talked about the rookie, so I'm gonna name some more. OG Anunoby got paid $212 for 5 years. Did OG Anunoby deserve that contract this summer?
I feel like that was an overpay. Like, I feel like guys that's getting that, besides like the rookies and stuff now, because like you said, that's their market. But guys who's already getting paid and that's getting these $200 million contracts, bro, you gotta like OG's a really good two way player. He can knock down a good 3-and-D. He can knock down a corner three, and he can play some really good defense. Probably top five, top 10 defender in the league. But bro, 200 mil, that's a lot. Just for him to give me about 10 to 12 points a game. I mean, granted, the Knicks, they got a bunch of players now, so he don't need to drop 20 or nothing like that. But when he left Toronto, didn't he say he was looking for a bigger offensive role?
Did he?
And it's like
I don't remember.
he ain't really showed that he can get me 15 to 20 a game. Like, what's his career average like? It's less than 15, ain't it?
Career average?
Yeah. I don't think he
It's
even
12.
averaged
12.
12, yeah. So it's like, if I'm giving you 200 mil, bro, you gotta at least give me at least 15 to 20 points per game, bro. On top of that great, amazing defense that you play.
Well, really after the bubble, OG has averaged 15, 17, 16, 15, and this year 14 points with the Knicks. And when he played, the Knicks were basically unbeatable. Like no one could beat them when he played. And yes, like maybe he should get like 15, 16 more, but it's like he's one, like you said, top 10 probably defender in the league. And you're basically, like I've always said, you're basically paying him, not paying him, but like bringing him back to beat Boston. You trying to beat Boston, and that's just what his market was. Like somebody was gonna give him 212. Somebody was gonna give him that. It don't matter because he's just one of the players that impacts winning. And we've seen it even when Julius Randle was out and he played to an extent, they were still good. They probably could have gone to the conference finals if he doesn't get hurt against the Pacers. Do they win? Doubt it, but they get there probably if he doesn't get hurt because they were
200
beating.
mil though?
It's a lot of players. Yes, that's your
212?
market. I mean, that's your market though. Like
Man.
that's your market, and he's still young. He's still young.
What, like 26, 27?
He is. Let me check real quick. He is 27. He just turned 27. Literally just turned 27. That's still young. You're basically about to enter your prime.
Yeah.
So that's still young. Like, I don't have a problem. And when he played against the Sixers, he gave you 19-9, 17-6, basically averaged almost two steals, 16-14, 17-4. Like he played pretty good. I think like he's a good player, bro. And yes, I don't think we need him now if everybody's healthy. I don't think we need him to drop 20 points. I think you should probably get at least if he gives me at least 14, I'm cool with 14. because he's not going to be the fourth. He's not even going to be the third option. He's going to be the fourth option on the team. And if when a guy plays amazing defense like that, you're going to get paid. Like Drew Holiday. Like Drew Holiday, yes, Drew Holiday is like he's basically that same level, but Drew Holiday is like 34. He got paid like 135.
But that
If
man,
you can impact winning, I don't see the problem.
I mean, yeah, but Drew different. Like that man, he's in phenomenal shape, and I think he's barely been injured too. He like an Iron Man, just like Braun. So like him at 34 is way different than an average 34 NBA player.
What's that? That's 33 a year.
For Drew?
Like that's yes. Drew Holiday, like so basically when he gets 38, you're gonna be paying a 30-some-year-old almost close to 40. So it's like, like I said, if you can impact winning, I don't have a problem. And especially if that's your market, hey, give that man the bread, bro. Give him. Because and plus, another thing, you can't lose that man for nothing. You basically, because like, even though, like, I said, and I even talked to you about this. I said I didn't think the OG was like this big needle mover. Turns out I was wrong, and it kind of was a needle mover because they basically almost went to the conference finals, and then you basically just you traded for him, and you basically just gave up two of your core players in Quickly and RJ. So it's like you kind of had no choice. It's kind of like with the Kyrie situation last year. You can't lose, even though Kyrie at that time, now he's been cool now, but at that time, Kyrie was doing a lot of extra stuff. And you can't lose him like that. Like I said it last time. I said I wouldn't pay Kyrie like give him a 4-year deal. I think they gave him like a 4-year deal. I said I'd probably give him like maybe like 2, 3 at the max. But they did, because they had no choice. You can't lose a guy like that for nothing, especially when you trade him for a lot of pieces. So that's what you got to do. Because if you lose them, now you look kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Because I
I
don't
mean,
think
well,
if they don't have OG, I don't think they are like I said they're the second best team in the East. I wouldn't put them second best if they don't have OG. I
I
don't put them in
mean,
there.
they still got Mikal Bridges. I feel like they could have did like a sign and trade or something, bro. They could have flipped OG. They could have signed them for that, flipped them. Because like you said, some team was gonna pay him that. So you could just sign and trade them and get some assets back. Because like Mitchell Robinson, they need another big. They lost Hardenstein. Mitchell Robinson is always hurt. And I think Tom Thibodeau just comfortable with going small, having Julius at the 5, then Jalen, Mikal, OG, and probably a shooter or something out there, or DiVincenzo or something. But they need a big. They need. Well, they got McBride coming off the bench, but they really need some more pieces too. They got Josh Hart. I mean, they got to find time for a lot of these players. But even if they
Thibodeau will
did
find
lose
time.
OG, I still feel like they could have compete. They could have competed in the East. Now, would that put them over the hump against Boston? No. And then with Philly now getting PG, I think they'd give them some go without OG, but I don't think they beating them. But with OG, they got a chance of beating them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So you gotta do it, bro. This happens in every sport. You gotta overpay, even though that guy might not be worth it. You gotta overpay. That's just how it is. Not just basketball, but in just sports in general. I don't have a problem. I think he deserved it because he's been good, impactful player. I have no problem with it. Okay, I can do like a couple of more. DeMar DeRozan, he got paid 3 years, 74 million from the Kings in sign a trade. Did DeMar DeRozan deserve his contract?
Yes. DeMar DeRozan been hoping since he's been a Chicago Bulls. He took that team away from Zach. Everybody thought Zach was gonna be the main guy, the number one option, because he was coming off a good season before DeMar was. Yeah, I think he was coming off a good season before DeMar came, and then DeMar just came and stole the thunder. And DeMar still really for. I think he's like in his mid-30s. He's still been really good. He hasn't shown no signs of decline. He's even hitting the three ball a little bit now. His mid range is still deadly. And that was a nice pickup for the Kings because that gives them another score and it takes pressure off De'Aaron Fox. And now they got somebody, even though De'Aaron Fox can close himself, they got another guy who you can give it to and you know he gonna get a bucket in crunch time. That was a really good pickup for them. He still deserves that money. Yeah.
Cause that's only 24 a year.
That's a steal.
So yeah, I don't have a problem, especially you really basically replacing DeRozan with you're replacing Harrison Barnes with DeRozan. No,
That's an
you know
upgrade.
what I mean. You know what I mean. Yes,
That's an
you're basically
upgrade.
getting DeRozan for Harrison Barnes, and yes, that is definitely an upgrade. It's only for 24 a year, so it's really because I saw the contract. It's really only 2 years because the last year is like non-guarantee, and obviously we don't know how he's going to play out by then. But yeah, he deserves it because I've always said I felt like the Kings just needed another like consistent scorer. Like I like Malik Monk. Malik Monk is a good player, and I just feel like he's not on like the DeRozan level. Obviously, Sabonis, he's gonna be flirting with triple double, but he ain't the scorer like DeRozan. And you're basically putting all this weight on De'Aaron Fox to basically like close games out and basically sometimes might have to go out there and give you a 30 or 40 point game.
Hmm.
Now it can still happen, but when you got another consistent scorer, I don't have a problem with it. The only thing is the shooting might be a little iffy, especially like when if they start like I think they're me personally, I think they're gonna keep Kevin Herter because like you not keep him but start him like it's either pick your poison like you have Kevin Herter out there to help with the shooting and spreading the floor. You have Keon Ellis who isn't the best 3 point shooter but a decent defender. So you got to pick your poison with that. But overall, I think DeMar DeRozan deserved it. Like you said, it got a steal. 24 million is a steal. So yeah,
That team,
DeRozan deserves it.
that team and Line gonna be kind of nasty too, because you got Fox at the one, then you got Monk at the two,
He
then
ain't
you got
started.
what De'Aaron at the three. I'm talking about the close the
Oh, I
game,
got you. I got you.
and then Demar at the three. Was it
Keegan
Murray at the
Murray.
four, Keegan Murray at the four, and then Sabonis at the five? That's
Mhm.
gonna be kind of nice, because they low key can be sneaky in the West. Because you can Malik Monk a knockdown shooter. Keegan Murray, Mike Brown, but telling that boy to shoot the ball every time you touch it. So, and then you got a playmaker in Demar and Fox and Sabonis. It's gonna be. They got potential. They got potential to make some noise in the West.
If I had to, obviously, probably later when it gets close to the season, might do like a power ranking on like where I have such and such team. But as of right now, I don't think the Kings are a legit threat. Could they spook a team? Maybe, but not like championship contender. I don't think they're that.
Yeah, dark horse.
I think they can get to like they can win like a first round, and whoever they face in second, they can lose. But I mean, it depends. But I always say it depends on like what is your goals. Are you trying to win a championship or are you just trying to be competitive? The Kings trying to be competitive. Hey, I'm all for it because Kings, I don't think they're gonna win a championship no time soon. But just being good, I'm cool with that. But yes, overall, DeRozan definitely deserves that contract. I'll probably do two more.
I
Isaiah
got
Harden.
one.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Patrick Williams. Did he
What
deserve
did he
that?
get paid? Like five? What is it? 5 years, 84 or something like that.
Not right now. I didn't right now. Hold on.
I think it was like five for 84. Something like that. Or was it 60? It's something. It's something in that realm. But I know what you're saying. Like me personally, I do think he deserves it because the Bulls the Bulls are in a rebuild. So at this point, you got to resign. Like you got to keep your young guys. And obviously, when Patrick Williams, not the guy, but when it was like no DeRozan and Zach LaVine, he's been pretty decent. It's just the only problem is his health. And there are times when he hasn't like you were saying with Evan Mobley, he hasn't really done nothing to get better. But I feel like them other players kind of like sometimes hamper the growth and the injuries play a part. But I think he can be pretty good this year as the start because he's going to start at the four. So
Hmm.
as the starting power forward. So yeah, because I remember what was it like early in the year? He was like, I deserve 20 million something. You know, you did not deserve that, brother. So
Did not.
getting this contract, I don't have a problem with it.
because
Okay, it
he
was
signed for
5
like
years, 90
five,
million. Five.
yeah, 5 years,
So
90.
that's
It
18.
was like
I'm okay with that.
you almost got you like he almost got his 20 mil a year, but I wouldn't even say he worth 18. I'd give him at least 15 to 16, maybe 17 a year, but bro, he like you said, he has shown flashes and potentials. Like when he came, when I think they had like his second or third year, he had went back to summer league and he dominated in summer league, and we was like, oh okay, Patrick Williams gonna take the next step. But like you said, players can't help with that growth, but it's like, bro, you ain't that team needed him to score, and it's like he wasn't even aggressive. And the coaching staff and other players were saying they wanted him to play better. They wanted him to be aggressive, but he still wasn't. I mean, like, yeah, now you have no choice. It's only gonna be what Kobe White, you, as what the two best players on the team. Maybe Vooch if he's still there.
Well, Zach Levine's still there, so I think
I
Zach
think they're
Levine
gonna
is the
move
best
Zach
player.
though.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. But and you still got Josh Giddey. I'm actually expecting Josh Giddey to be really good this year. But that's another
Yeah, me
topic for
too.
another day.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, Patrick Williams, like, I mean, like I think, and plus, if this doesn't work out, you could just flip him. And plus, I think he's on a movable contract. Like 18
No,
million
he is.
now, that ain't nothing. That's really nothing.
Hmm.
So you can, if it don't work out in let's say 2 years, 3 years, you would just flip him. And especially he gonna be young. Now the only thing that'll probably scare teams is just injuries. But if a team wants to take a flyer on him, I wouldn't. I'd take a flyer on him if especially if I got cap space. But nah, I'm in the middle. Like maybe around 14, 15, but 18 million. It's like it's not a problem to me. It's not really a problem. Okay, Isaiah Hartenstein. He got paid 3 years for 87 million from the Thunder. Do you think he deserved that contract?
Yeah, Hardenstein definitely deserved that. What he showed in the playoffs, and once Mitchell Robinson went out, that boy was hooping, and he young. That boy got an old face, but he young. I think he like I think he's like 25 or younger. I think he's about like 25, 24, maybe 26 or something around there. So that's not bad at all because that's what about 20 something a year.
Oh, it's
Yeah, about what
29.
20, 29 a
He's
year.
close to 30.
And he's what 26, 27. Yeah, bro, that's not bad because he can pass, play D, he a good rebounder, good lob threat. Like, yeah, he deserved that, bro. And he performed in the playoffs. And the playoffs is where you get your money at.
I'm going to say I'm gonna say no, only because giving a guy 30 million who now I don't know where you stand. I don't know if they're gonna really start him or put him on the bench. Paying a guy 30 million to basically come off the bench, if they do that, it might be a little excessive. But the Thunder, they realize you gotta overpay. We need a big. Obviously, like you said, to play defense, he could pass. He's really good. He's a good rebounder. So it's like you kind of got to overpay, but 30 billion for a dude that did play good when Mitchell Robinson got out. It's like, mm, really after 1 year giving a guy 30 million, I don't know. But maybe if it was me, I'd probably give him, I say 20 mil, maybe 20 a year.
I
Close
mean,
to
but
30, maybe a little stretch.
Hardenstein, he ain't never really had the chance besides last year to show like if he was a starter worthy big. Every time he got in though, he played really good. Even when he was a rookie and up till now, like he played good every time he got in. So it's like he never got a chance to show, what he could do if he was a starter besides last year. And so I'm thinking of Thunder banking on him repeating what he did last year for the Knicks. Because if he repeats what he did last year, does that make his contract valid then? Is he worth that close to 30 mil then if he has the same performance, if not better than last year?
Well, it depends. Is he going to start? Is he coming off the bench?
Starting.
But I mean, he average. Well, if he starts, I expect the same because he averaged what it said 8 and 7. So if he does
Now, if he
average that
start,
or a
he
little
gonna get
bit
more
more,
than that.
well, so okay, I'm expecting at least 10 and 10. Then if that's the case,
Yeah,
yeah, then I'll say
for sure.
yes. I'll say yes. If he does start, yes, I'll say yes. But as of right now, giving 30 million off the back, I don't know, maybe stretching a little bit, but I mean, hey, You got your money. I have no problem with it. All right, I'm gonna do two more, and then we can move on to the next one. KCP, he got paid three years, 66 million from the Magic. Did he deserve it?
Yeah, KCP deserved that bread, but that man's an NBA champion, two-time NBA champion. That man still is a good 3-and-D player, and his contract's not even that bad. 3 years for what, 67?
That's
That's
only
not that's not
22.
that bad. Yeah, that's not
22.
that bad at all. And he brings championship experience and pedigree and professionalism. Yeah, KCP is definitely still worth that.
Yeah, I agree. I think he deserved it. Like you said, good 3-and-D. He's probably the oldest guy on the team. If we're being honest, that
Hmm.
team is really young. They got a lot of young players. Bring shooting, something that they were definitely missing. Nothing against Derry Harris, but that's definitely an upgrade over him. Like getting KCP in the backcourt with Jalen Suggs. So now you got probably one of the best defensive backcourts in the league to some people, but only just 22 a year, especially when the Magic like this, they feel like it's their time to probably to them be one of the best teams in the East and potentially maybe go to ECF. Yeah, I definitely have no problem with that. Like I definitely think he deserved that contract. All right, last
He was
dude. What?
he was
Go
a
ahead.
he was a big upgrade over Gary Harris. Boy, that man Gary Harris is boo boo.
They resigned him too. They resigned him back. I don't know what it is. I don't know the contract, but they resigned him back. I mean, Gary Harris to come off the bench, I'm cool with that. But to start, no, I'm not. I'm not good. I'm not okay with that. All right, last dude, Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson got paid 3 years, 50 million. Did he deserve that contract?
Yeah, my boy deserved that contract, man. Come on now, stop. Yeah, y'all need to put some respect on Klay Thompson name, bro. Like Klay Thompson still can hoop in the NBA, bro. And you say he got paid what again?
3 years, 50 million. So that's 16 a year.
Bro, that's a steal for Klay Thompson. Like, is Klay Thompson the same Klay Thompson he was a couple of years ago? No, but Klay is still a really good player in this league, bro. And the disrespect he gets is crazy. Like that man went ain't damn near the top five, top three shooter of all time. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing?
I mean, he deserves the contract. Let me say that first. But I've always said I think it's a super steal because I just said Klay Thompson wasn't worth 30. I've been staying with that basically the last year, like all year. Said he's not worth 30. I said he's probably at least worth in the 20s, maybe mid 20. But you only getting this man for 16 million, that's a super steal. Like, obviously he's not the defender like he was back in the day, but like you said, still top three, top five shooter ever. And as long as he can shoot, play good, if he can give you what he basically did last year or just a little bit more, Mavericks got to steal. They definitely got to steal. I just didn't think he was worth 50 million. I mean 30 million. But I mean, if you want to say to his standards, he did kind of play bad. Like, I
No,
mean,
he
that's
did.
just fact. He just played
He
bad.
did.
Like he definitely had some stinkers, some super stinkers, and then a guy like him, you get moved to the bench, obviously there's a problem.
But Clay is kind of emotional, man. Like I feel like Clay is one. I'm not. That's not saying that like as a bad thing, but like, you know, when you got a bunch of noise rattling in your head, bro, it's hard to perform or it's hard to go to work. You know what I mean? Like you got all this stuff on your mind, and then now you're pressured, and it's your contract year. You know what I mean? So I think Clay wanted to stay with the Warriors for the rest of his career. So I think like all that stuff played a part in it. That's why he had a bad year. I'm pretty sure this year coming up, he's on a revenge tour. He gonna play way better than what he did last year.
Well, I hope. I hope. Because I mean, last year he played 19. So I mean, he not played 19. He averaged like I think like 19 points. So what you
And
expecting?
that's
What
and
like
that's not bad
22?
on a bad year. On a bad year, still averaging 20. That's not bad.
No, that's good. No, that's good for a guy that, like you said, if you want to say that's a bad year, well, to his standards, yeah, that is well. Like, okay, never mind. I take that back. He averaged. I'm adding up 18.
18.
Average
Oh, that's
18.
still not bad. And now you got Kyrie and Luca. He might get you, like you said, 20 to 22 a game. Because that's a lot. Clay is gonna get them shots up. He gonna get a bunch of shots up next year because he gonna be wide open so much. And Kyrie and Luka's gonna trust to give him the ball. So, like you said, that was a steal. 16 mil for Klay Thompson, ultimate steal.
All right. So this probably be the last topic, unless I think of something on top of my head. But our top 10 players 25 and under. You want to go first?
Yeah, I go first.
You can start from 1 or 10. It doesn't matter.
Uh, I go to 1 to 10.
All
I
right,
got
cool.
so number one, I got Wimby. 2, I got Ant-Man. 3, I got Zion. 4, I got LaMelo. 5, I got Paulo. 6, I got Cade. 7, I got Scotty Barnes. 8, Tyrese Halliburton. 9, Sengun, and 10, Maxi.
Yeah, your list is super different from mine. Your list super different. All right. I'll start my honorable mentions though. Honorable mentions, I got Scotty Barnes. I got Cade. I got Mobley. I got Jaren Jackson Jr. I got Sengun. I wanted to put Chet in there so bad, but I couldn't. I got Chet. I got Jalen Williams, and I got Garland. Now there were some players I low key forgot, and you forgot too. You definitely forgot. But I start from
What?
10. I start from 10. Number 10, I got LaMelo Ball. I got LaMelo. Number 9,
LaMelo
I
at
low.
10?
Wait, you got let me finish. That's why I was saying, man, you forgot about some players, bro. You low, and I know you're gonna be like, damn, I forgot about him. You low key forgot. 9, I low key forgot about him, but I'm for just the sake of this, I'm gonna just keep him here. Trae Young, because he's still 25. He's still 25. I thought he was 26, but I was like, oh, he's 25 because he turns 26 in September. So I was like,
Okay.
technically he counts. Technically he
Okay.
counts still. Number 8, I got Tyrese Maxey. Number 7, I low key, he probably should have been higher, but I was like, oh no. I got Zion, and I like Zion. I mess with him. But Zion in number 7. Number 6, I got Tyrese Halliburton, and Tyrese my guy. That's my guy, man. Number 5, I got Paulo. I got Paulo Banchero. Now this the guy you gonna forget. Number 4, I got Ja Morant. He's 24. He's 24, bro.
What?
He's 24. He's still 24, bro. I was shocked too because he's been in the league for like 5 years. He's only
Wait,
24, bro.
wait. When was he born? What, 99 or some shit like that? I thought it was 2000 and like 2000 and up was like
Ja
20.
Morant.
When was that man born?
Ja Morant was born. Where is his name? He was born in 1999.
Ah, I did forget about Ja.
And he's gonna turn
Damn.
25 next month. So you
Okay.
forgot about him. I told
Yeah, I
you
forgot about
forgot.
Ja. Man, I
You
forgot about
forgot
Ja.
about him. Third, I got Anthony Edwards, 22. You forgot about this dude too. Luka, he's 25. He turns 26 in February.
You know, that's
That's
my
why I was,
boy.
that's
That's
why
my
I was
boy.
like, what? That's why I changed it to 25 and under. That's
All
why I
right, yeah.
changed it. And I
All
was
right,
like,
yeah.
how you forget Ja? Because I almost forgot, like I said, I almost forgot about Trae Young. I had to look at his age. But I was like, he technically still counting. I was like, Ja? Because I was shocked. I said, Ja still 24? Yeah, I'm like, he been in the league for, bro, he
A
going into
minute.
year 6. He going
Yeah, he
into
been in
year
the league for a
6.
minute.
He going into year 6. So it's like, he only 24. I was like, yes, you forgot about him.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I forgot about Ja.
Now, I switched it at the last minute because I feel like when I did it at first, I was like, okay, who would I take? Number 2, I got Victor. I got Victor Wembanyama. And number 1, I got Luka. I put Luka because I think Luka is a better player right now.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, Victor is the guy I would take. at 1. But Luka is just the
Yeah.
better, as of right now, is the better player. So I got it all. Another thing, I almost forgot about LaMelo. I low key almost forgot because I sure was about to put like Cade and Scotty in there, but I was like, LaMelo, even though LaMelo and Cade stay hurt, I still think LaMelo is the better player because of the shooting. And I think he's a better passer than Cade. So I think defensive wise, Cade is better, but I think just maybe just
Rebounding.
an overall, yeah. Well, I think they're about the same, but I would say Cade probably better rebounder. But I think just an overall player, LaMelo is just better than him. Low-key Trey should be higher, but I forgot about him at the last minute. So I'm like, I'm gonna just keep him at 9. I'll just keep him at 9.
Yeah,
But
if
I
I
was
had the
like, how you
same,
forget about John Luca? How?
yeah.
You
I
tweaking.
mean,
Who would you take
well,
out?
I take out Maxi.
Ooh,
I take out Sagoon,
okay.
and I'll take out. Ooh, low key Scotty. Scotty gotta go.
Because who was your
But
10? Who was your
it
10
was
again?
I do well adding them in it, I do Wimby at 1,
Okay.
Luke at 2,
Okay.
I do Ant Man at 3,
Okay.
I do Ja at 4,
Okay.
I do Zion at 5, LaMelo at 6, Paulo at 7, uh, Paulo, Cade at 8, and
Okay.
then I take Tyrese at 9, and Trey Young still 10. Trey Young will be 10. He'll
So
be
who
my
did
10.
you? So the people you had at first, you said it was Sengun and who else?
Sengun, Maxi, and Scotty. Them the ones I took out,
Okay.
and then replaced them with Luca, Ja, and Trey.
And Trey. But you still got K. You still got
Yeah,
K.
I
I
got Cade
want.
above. I got Cade above Trey Young.
I
Trey
don't
Young,
got.
like he's really
I don't got a
good
problem.
offensively and passing, bro. But he's a liability, and he's too small. Like he's still a great player. Don't get me wrong, but like I feel like them other players are better than him.
I don't got a problem with that. Like I don't have a problem like Cade in there. Like I was gonna put Scotty because I
Scotty is
feel
really good.
I know he's really good, and it's like even though he's been more healthier than Cade, you can make the argument Scotty probably been better than Cade. You can make the
No, you
argument.
can, you
I
can.
ain't saying it, but you can make the argument. But I really wanted to put Chet. I really wanted to put Chet in there, but I was like,
Yeah,
he's just not. I don't think he's better than. I just don't think he's better than all these other dudes. I
yeah. He
truly
ain't
don't
shown
think
us
that.
enough.
And this is
Yeah,
this
he ain't
is
shown us
taking the
enough.
injuries out. I'm taking injuries out. He's just not better than these other guys. I'm sorry, and I like Chet. Just not better than them. But you still got Victor at 1.
Yeah, I mean, cause bro, Victor, that man was he like 7'6", 7 something,
He's
7'4",
7'4". 7'4".
7'4", bro. And then the man wingspan, like he's literally an alien for real, bro. Like I was watching him, hooping for his country and for France and stuff like that, bro. The step back threes look so smooth. His jump shot looks smoother now. He's gonna be a problem. Like starting next year, he can low key win. He should have won Defensive Player of the Year last year, his rookie year. But he mess around might get Defensive Player of the Year. And I can see now with Chris Paul, his points is jumping up. That man, can't nobody stop him, bro. Like Luca, you can low key, like you can't stop Luca either, but you can slow him down. You can't slow Victor down, G. Can't nobody match up with him. Besides what? Probably Embiid, strength wise, but Embiid too small still. He's the same height as KD.
But he's way
And Victor
stronger than
got
him.
Yeah, he's stronger than him, but Victor could just turn around and shoot over him all day. Because Joel ain't got that long of a wingspan.
Joel like
So it's
7'2".
Yeah, but Victor's 7'4". That 2 inches
I
make a
know.
difference. Them 2 inches make a difference. Ask any girl out there. I bet you they'll tell you. But yeah, bro, still got Victor at 1. Um, Luca, that's my favorite white boy, coldest white boy to ever walk the NBA. Ant-Man, and I think Ant-Man is low key gonna be the face of the league. They pushing him to be the face of the league, bro. Because that man, he got the talent, he got the charisma, he got everything. He definitely is a top three. Zion should be up there, but he can't stay healthy.
Zion can't stay healthy, and Ant can't. And Ant hasn't won. So
Yeah.
as long if Ant can win, there is a chance he can be the face of the league. But he has to win. He has to win a ring, or at least I'll say an MVP. Will he win an MVP? Obviously I think he'll get better, but I don't know. I don't know if he won an MVP in his. I think he might be one of them that might not win multiple MVPs at least. I think he can win one.
Yeah, he
Like
could win one.
if his over under is 1.5, I'll take the under. I'll
He
take the
can get
under
at
that
least
he'll just
one.
win one.
He can get at
I don't
least
think he
one.
can win two. I don't think he can win two. But like Luca, I just think right now, and maybe I'll say for the next, I'll go on a limb and say 2 years. Really don't want to say 2 years. He will probably be better than Vic in like the next 2 years. But I think Vic is he's gonna take the next step this year, and maybe even like year three, he probably would be averaging probably 30 points per game.
What I
So
was gonna s-
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, when all the like Currys and KD retire, who you think gonna run the league? Not like the face of the league, but like dominate the league and win multiple championships or be the best player in the next couple of years. I think it's gonna be Wimby. I think Wimby gonna be the best. Like in the next 3 to 4 years, Wimby might take over as the best player in the league.
He's
He
gonna
just
need some
that
help.
good.
He's gonna need some
Yeah, he
help.
gonna need some help. But I'm talking about like, cause you know how like when Kobe and LeBron, like yeah, LeBron was winning, but they was like, okay, who's the most dominant player in the league? Who's the best player in the league? Like you couldn't
Mhm.
really tell it could have been Kobe or LeBron. I think it's gonna be Wemby. I think Wemby gonna be the best player in the league.
Will Wimby be better? I'll say this. Will Wimby be better than Joel
Yes,
and say the next 3, 4 years?
yes. By year
Okay.
four though, and
Okay.
like the last
So
year, I
in
can
so in
see
the
him
next
being
two
better than
years, he'll
Joel.
be better than Joel because you said year four. Will he be better
No,
than
no,
Jokic?
no. Like the next 4 years from now. So, but
Okay,
like
in the
for
next. Okay,
20,
okay, I get you. Will he
so
be
like
better than
2028.
Jokic?
Yes.
Will he be better? Well, you said Luca basically, so yeah. I mean, if he can basically beat them guys, then yeah, I agree. Like if he can get past them or Giannis or whatever, if he can get past them, because those are the top, like those are the top four players in the league. So if he could get past them, then yeah. But I think I like you said, I think they want it to be Ant, but you really can't give it to Ant because he hasn't really won. Like he has everything. He has the aura, the charisma, and all that, but he hasn't won. Jason Tatum, he finally won, but he has the stacked team on his side, and then some people say he don't got the aura or whatever. But I don't. I think they want to give it to him, but it's like you don't have the aura and all that. And you got to win. You probably got to win at least one more. Vic, if Vic wins, if Vic probably wins just an MVP, they'll stamp him immediately. They'll stamp him.
Hey, with Jason Tatum, what you think it is? Because, like, if you think about it, he low key got the same image as LeBron. Like, he's a family man, he's a good guy, never in trouble, always does the right thing, work hard. You know what I mean? Only difference is, like you said, he had a stacked team, but you need a team in order to win championships. Every team that won a championship has had a good team. So it's like, why you can't really fault him for having a good team, bro. You can't do that. And like I said, I don't know why they don't want to make him the face of the league. He got the same image as LeBron, literally the exact same.
So has at any point in Jason Tatum's career has he dominated?
Yeah and no. No, from the simple fact of like when you say dominate, that means you're the best player on the floor, regardless of who's on the floor. He hasn't done that, but he's had moments like, and then when his rookie year when they went to the playoffs and he made that statement dunk on LeBron, and he had little spurts and moments, but uh uh for sure dominance, no, he hasn't.
LeBron has dominated. Kobe dominated. Jordan dominated. You can basically say Giannis has dominated. Ant hasn't dominated. It's just he just talks, and it's like there's nothing. I don't have a problem with you talking,
He could back
but
it
it's
up
like
though.
yeah, I mean he backs it up, but he still hasn't. He just hasn't won. But Tatum, like, and I'm a Jason Tatum guy, so it's like he kind of has had some moments in the playoffs, but in the moments he hasn't won. This year he had what was the game? What game was it? It was I think it was against the Cavs. No, it was against the Pacers in game 3 and 4. I think he played good, and one of them games in the Cavs he played really good. But it's like he wasn't to some. I think he was, but to some he wasn't the best player on the team. Because Jaylen Brown got the Eastern Conference Finals MVP and he got the Finals MVP. So to them, you weren't technically the best player. But in me, I know he was the best player. Like if you do everything, bro, if you lead the team in points, rebounds, assists, and basically in steals and almost in blocks, you're basically the best player. I don't care what anybody says. But to some, Brown was the best player. I don't got no problem with that. I don't have no problem with that. And Jason Tatum, and I said it. I said last year. I feel like people like to take stuff out of context. I ain't gonna say no names, but he was in like a top 5 player last year because there were some players that were hurt. But in reality, and you can even not you, but people could go back and look at a video. I didn't even have I think I had Jason Tatum at like number 7 because these other players are just better than him. Like Giannis is just better than him. Jokic better. Embiid better. Luka better. Like those players are just better than him. So putting a guy that's like to some maybe like number 6, 7, is that face of the league to some? Probably not. Because he's a
I
top
think
10 player. I don't care what anybody says. He is a top 10 player. Like I don't care.
I think Jalen Brown winning them two that Eastern Conference MVP and that Finals MVP trophy. I think that hurt it. One that hurt his feelings. I know that for sure, because he wanted that. But I think that's gonna open his eyes and he gonna be hungry. Now, will they ever win again the next couple of years? I don't know. I don't think they will. I think this was the only championship Jason Tatum is gonna ever get. But I do think he gonna come back hungry though. I think he's gonna come back hungry and he gonna try to dominate. Because I feel like he wanted that. And the fact he was low key kind of salty. He took the high road, but like how it's like, okay, you my man's right. And we both I want you to eat and you want me to eat, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm proud that you got the MVP in the Eastern Conference, but I felt like it should have been mine. So I feel like he's finna come back real hungry.
If you want to say the Finals MVP, I guess, but he's already won an Eastern Conference Finals MVP, so him not winning that, I don't have a problem with it. Maybe the Finals MVP, but I mean, I've said it. I said he wasn't like he was prop. Okay, I'll say this. They were both doing the same thing. It's just Jaylen Brown had he was the primary defender on Luka. Even though Luka was still kind of getting his, he just made it a little harder on him. And that's why. If Jason Tatum, I feel like to some people, like we don't look at it, but him stopping the passing lanes, guarding the bigs, that made a big difference because the Mavericks were getting like lobs and stuff on a lot of teams, but they really wasn't getting that like on the Celtics really. And that made a difference. But to a casual fan, you ain't looking at that. You just
No.
seeing Jaylen Brown, Luka Doncic. Is Jaylen Brown just playing better? Is he playing good defense on Luka? Which he was, but they were both really doing the same thing. Like nobody really went like super crazy. Like the only time somebody went super crazy was Tatum in that game 3 and Jaylen Brown that game 3. But in the game 5, Jason Tatum was clearly the best player. Even though he really wasn't shooting that well, I think from 3, he was clearly the best player on that, at least in that game, at least. But overall, like at least in that series, Jaylen Brown was the best player because he was guarding Luka. And I don't have a problem with that. I really don't have a problem with that. But I feel like people need to realize like Jason Tatum, like he's probably always been that guy. Like I said, if you ain't in the trade rumors, you ain't that guy. Because if Jaylen Brown was that guy, you wouldn't be in the trade rumors with Kevin Durant. Like let's just be serious. Like let's be honest. If that was the case, they would have put Tatum in there, and they never put that man in no trade rooms. Never. Now, have they thought about breaking him up? Yes. But I think if they had to choose, they will probably trade Jaylen Brown before Jason Tatum because
Oh
Jason
yeah, for
Tatum
sure.
just does a little bit more than Jaylen Brown, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But to some, and then people are just haters. Like some people are just haters. I have no problem with that. I got one last thing, and then we can go. So, out of Paul George, DeRozan, Klay Thompson, I'll throw KCP in there. Who will have the most impact on their new team?
PG, DeMar,
Klay.
KCP, and who else? And
Klay.
Clay.
Out of those four, who will have the biggest impact on their new team?
Mm, low key, I think KCP. I think KCP will have the biggest impact because, like I said, he brings that championship pedigree. So he's gonna mentor Paulo and all of them and take their mentality and their work ethic to the next level. And I feel like that's a bigger impact. I mean, yeah, you can obviously go with who's gonna um who's gonna contribute most to winning, but I'm thinking about it bigger than that. I think that KCP will be the biggest addition because not only gonna they probably win a couple more games with him because now some of them games that they lost, they struggled offensively. That might not be the same anymore because now you got actual shooting around you. So yeah, I think KCP. I think KCP.
Okay. You know, the easy answer was obviously Paul George.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna say DeRozan. Like I said, I think DeRozan will have the biggest impact because like I said, they always needed another scorer outside of Malik Monk. There was really nobody else that can really score on that team. And now that you get probably one of the best mid-range shooters in the league, DeMar DeRozan can handle the ball still, and he's been somewhat better of a defender, so that's a plus. If he can get his 3-point, like he was good, like he was a decent 3-point shooter, but I don't know what are they gonna keep like shooting a lot of threes or whatever, but if he can just at least shoot threes decently, maybe hit maybe like two a game. There might be games he hits three. I think he can help the Kings. Like I said, I think they won't win a championship, but could they be a top six team in the West? I think they can be top six
yeah.
with this
I
addition
can see
because
him talk six. Yeah,
we're replacing we get DeRozan, we replacing him with Harrison Barnes, and I think that's a plus. So I think DeRozan will make the biggest impact on his new team. But yes, easily Paul George can probably make the biggest impact.
yeah.
Not
If we going winning wise, yeah, PG.
yeah,
Let's go
but
because that makes
I
them
would
a
go with
championship
DeRozan.
contender.
I'll go with DeRozan. That's it.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else.
All right. So that's it for the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Moore, and that's my guy, Charles Jackson. And we will see you guys next time. Peace.